So today we're going to be replacing this wall mounted tap or faucet. You can see it's attached here with two 1/2 inch fittings, and the space between these is approximately 160 millimeters. This is the set that I'm going to be using. It's the GROHE 32667 model, and you can see that here it can take between 150 plus or minus 15 millimeters, which should fit fine there. You can see these have some room for adjustment in terms of the distance that is required when going into the wall. These go in like this. Even though they don't look like the right size, they are. I've measured it with a vernier, and then the tap over here gets attached to there. These are all the tools that I think you will need. Some masking tape, PTFE tape for sealing, a shifting spanner, this huge pipe wrench, and some extra PTFE tape because this one seems to be almost finished. So to remove this unit, I'm going to be using this spanner, but I think first I have to remove these two parts of the tap. As you can see now, this has been removed. I used that spanner or the pipe wrench to remove it. I placed a little towel here to catch the water as it drips out. Yes, the next step is to remove these two. So what we do is take this out. And that's as far as it goes. And this one, and then we're going to use the pipe wrench to loosen that. I got this much thinner type of wrench or spanner, and it seems to fit just fine in there. And now all we have to do is loosen these. It's going to take a bit of strength, so I need my both hands. I thought I'd just show you how this is done. So this is how it's done, turning. Just let go slightly. Once those two are out, one just has to go and look inside here and clean it up. You don't want any of this gunk coming in the way while you are putting the new fittings in, because it will leak, and you have to do both sides. Easy way of doing that is just putting a cloth in, just turning it the same direction. What is also good is to actually just check if it fits in perfectly in there, both sides. Oh, this fitting seems to be perfectly fine. The next step will be to cover these threads with the PTFE tape in the correct direction. That's what it comes out. So as you can see, this has now been done. I've wrapped it in the correct direction. You wrap it around the same direction as which the thread is going, and make sure there's no tape inside those grooves and the tape does not extend beyond this line of the threads, as you can see there. And we just have to clear this piece out of there. Before finally tightening these, it's important to just check that it's aligned to this. Otherwise you will not, and try to get these more or less symmetrical so that you don't have a lopsided system that's to this side or that side. Okay, and just make sure you have enough space underneath the lever to lift it up and down. According to the instructions, there must be these two washers put in here. Just make sure the surface is clean. This one's a bit dirty, I'll wipe it now, and this one as well. So these two go in there. You can see it over here, and this here needs to go in over there first as well. Let's do that. It sort of kind of screws in, so we'll do that just now. Because we're going to be tightening on here and there, the spanner is likely to cause damage, so we should coat or encapsulate that in some kind of tape or something to prevent further damage, like what you've seen over here. Also, just wipe these surfaces clean. There should be no hairs or grime or water on them. I can see some small specks here. You can use a cloth to clean away. Then we just go and put this on there. Okay, so we're more than halfway there. You can see there's still sufficient thread there between this nut and this part, as well as here there seems to be a bit more. I'm not sure for that. Let me just try and tighten it a bit more. Now since that is done, all that remains is to put this in over there, and there's a circlip that goes around the back over there. You can see this circlip here goes in there, and then I think it goes into this groove when it is on top there. As you can see now, the circlip is in quite neatly behind here. I had to use the towel around here just to make sure that to push it in with like a plier to make sure it doesn't scratch this surface. So everything seems to be up and running now. This can also be removed and replaced with a different type of one if one needs to. So I'll just do the test now. So this is it finally installed. I must be honest, it leaked here, but it's just because of misalignment here. Make sure you tighten these things simultaneously, one turn, one turn, one turn each, until you are comfortable that it's sealed. So as you can see, it's working just fine. Cold, hot, and off.